Welcome to Snack Pass. Today we are going to review how to manage your printer in the Snack Pass restaurant dashboard and on the printer itself. In the dashboard, you are going to use the toolbar on the left to navigate to the Devices section. I'm going to click on it here. You can see that my store has a lot of devices. Today I want to focus on printers, so I am going to use the toolbar at the top of the screen to navigate to Printer, and I'll click on it. This shows me all of the printers that are available for my store. I'm going to select the printer that I would like to work with. I'm going to select the L100 label printer. To make things easier for later, I'm also going to go ahead and copy the serial number. I'm going to click on the blue hyperlink that contains the device name, and you will see that a menu opens up on the right side of my screen that contains details and information about my printer. It lets me know how many times this printer has printed in the last month, and also gives me some useful information right here from the jump. I can see that it is set to automatically print orders once they are received, meaning I do not have to manually instruct the printer to print the orders. It is set to print one copy of every order, and the format is full labels. Coming down here, I can once again see the serial number, I can see the model of the printer, and I can see what cash drawer it is connected to. If you're calling the SnackPass customer support line or contacting us through the live chat to troubleshoot a printer, it can be very useful to have all of this information at hand. Below, I see a device log. This lets me know what's going on with the printer. You can see where it says flaky here. This indicates that the internet connection has been flaky for this printer. If I'm having issues with the printer, this could be the culprit. It can also be useful to pass this information to the SnackPass technical support team if you need to contact them. Let's say I would like to make some changes to this printer, or I've decided that I would like to set up prep stations because I now have multiple printers in my store. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'll click the edit button here, and you can see that I have all of the same information that I had before, but now I have the opportunity to edit it. If I wanted to change the name, I could do it here. And we're going to set up prep stations related to sandwiches on this printer. We're going to make sure that this printer prints only sandwiches. So I'm going to rename it to sandwich printer to make things easier for myself in the future. The device type is locked. It is a printer. And here I can make other customizations. If I want the printer to automatically print, how many copies I would like, and I can also show the difference, or I can also choose which type of label I would like the printer to print. I'm going to pause for a moment here so that we can put on the screen examples of the different types of labels that are available. We can choose between full labels and condensed labels. I can also choose to display the modifier group names. We will show you an example of this on the screen. Let's say that on one of my sandwiches, the customer can choose between different types of cheeses, cheddar and Gouda, and the modifier group name is cheese. If this is toggled off and the customer selects Gouda, on the receipt, they will only see Gouda. If this is toggled on, they will see cheese as a header with their selection Gouda underneath of it. You can see here that I have connected to the South Park Bistro cash register. And now I am going to set up prep stations. So I have a prep station pre-selected here, already made here, but I would like to create a new one. So you can see right here under additional settings, I have the option to create a new prep station. I am going to click the button that says create, and you will see I get a new pop-up menu that allows me to create a prep station. This printer is going to be located by my sandwich station, so I am going to call this prep station Sandwiches. This is where having the serial number copied will come in handy. Although we gave the printer that friendly name of Sandwiches, Down here, I'm going to need to know the serial number. I'm going to paste it and select it. And you can see that the correct sandwich printer is now registered to this prep station. The prep station configuration mode is very important. As you can see, by default, prep stations are inclusive, meaning that what I specify below will be printed. If I wanted to, I have the option to reverse that. I could make the prep station exclusive so that I would be identifying below things that I did not want to print. I'm going to keep this as inclusive for now. Down here, I can either select categories that I would like to be sent to this printer, or I can select individual products. So for example, if I had sandwiches scattered across various categories that also contained non-sandwich items, it might make more sense for me to do this by product. But in my situation, I happen to have a category called test sandwiches, so I am going to include that entire category. If I wanted to reject a product, let's say the test sandwiches category contains 10 sandwiches and 1 bag of chips, I could choose to exclude the bag of chips, for example, so that the sandwiches would print on the prep station, but the chips would not. You can see that these grayed out items are items that are not in the sandwich category, and the item here that I am able to select is in the sandwich category. We've filled out all the necessary fields, the name, the printer that it should be attached to, the configuration mode, and the allowed categories. So now I am able to create this prep station. You can see I am notified that the prep station has been successfully created. I am now going to hit save on my printer changes. And this printer has now been set up to print sandwiches at my sandwich prep station. You can see down here below in the add-on info, it identifies which categories are attached to this printer. In this case, it is sandwiches.